What is going on, amazing, beautiful people? Your boy Jeffrey Gamer back at you with another LSPDFR tutorial. And today, folks, we're not going to be installing the Darker Nights in this video, as you can see by the title. I did look into it, and the developer just did not add adequate instructions on how to install it. There's all sorts of files in there that it's very, very confusing. Plus, reading further into the comments of the download page, it is a very unstable mod that people are saying when they put it in their game, it's just continuously crashing their game. So until that developer makes it user-friendly, I mean, you have to be a dev, you have to be a coder to know how to install that Darker Nights mod. And you know me, I'm not about putting videos out there that are going to help you hurt your game, your computer. I don't want to do that. So we're going to niche that idea for now, and we'll wait and see if an updated version comes out. For now, we're going to be installing Police Tape. I watch Anton use this mod often, and I thought, I've never had that installed in my game. Why not install that into my game? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be installing Police Tape for better immersion in your LSPDFR patrols. All right, let's get into it, guys and gals. Go ahead and click that link down below that says Police Tape. That's going to bring you to this page right here. Police Tape 3.0. Big shout out to PNW Parks fan, who actually has really good mods. This guy is very talented at what he does. I highly suggest you click his channel here and look at some of his other mods. I'm sure I have other tutorials out there with his mods. So go ahead and click the blue download this file, and then you're going to click that agree and download. It'll download pretty quick for you. I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to download it again. But it's pretty quick. It's not heavy on performance or size. Now, if we go into it, we're going to be doing the DLC pack. We're not going to do the Lenny's mod loader package. We're going to do the DLC pack version. And if I double click that and I go to the DLC README, it's going to bring this up right here, and it's going to tell you that you must install a modified game config, okay, for it to work, or your game will crash. If you have not already installed the game config, you can download this one. And then it also says that some versions of GTA or combination of mods may also require you to install a pack file limit adjuster and or heap adjuster. Don't you worry your pretty little minds. I got all the links down below, so you're not going to have to copy and paste these, okay? So let's exit out of this for now. Let's go back in this and minimize this for now. Go ahead and click the link down below that says game config, and it's going to bring you to this page right here. And this is game config, very, very highly used. As you can see, 2 million downloads, but only 3,000 likes. You see, that is crazy right there. That to me is crazy. That this person put in the time to put this in, and 2 million downloads, but only 3,000 likes. That just blows my mind. All right, go ahead and click the green download button, and then you're going to click this green download button. Y'all know how GTA 5 mods works. And we're going to exit out of the purchase me box and minimize that window. Next, click the link that says pack file limit adjuster. And here's another one, 877,000, but only 1,600, whatever. Go ahead and click that download and click that green download button. And we're going to get rid of this purchase me and minimize. Now let's go to the heap limit adjuster, y'all. Okay, same thing. As you can see, same thing here. Download, and they're pretty quick. Boom, just like that. Get rid of that and minimize. All right, so I'm going to minimize my web browser just in case we have to come back to any of these. Let's just minimize that for now. And now, before we get started, I highly suggest you back up your game file, okay? For Steam users, you're going to go into your file explorer, and you're going to go to your disk drive that you have your GTA installed through. Okay, so disk drive, program files, times 86, Steam apps, and common. Right here, you're going to see your Grand Theft Auto folders. Hold tight right there. Let me get to mine. Mine's in a different drive. Steam library, Steam apps, common. Here's all my Grand Theft Auto folders. I have 9 of them. All right, so what you're going to do to back up your game copy, you're going to right-click that file that folder that you're going to install it into, copy. Simply go down here, left-click, right-click, paste, and it'll start copying it. It might take like 15, 20 minutes, but it'll save you a whole day of having to reinstall your game if you mess something up, okay? Very important. Definitely do that. I already have mine backed up, so we're just going to continue. Once you have it backed up, go ahead and double-click your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder that you're going to install it into, just like that. And this is the GTA 5 main directory, okay? This is the main directory right here. Now, here's what you want to do. Let's go ahead and let's bring up our heap adjuster, okay? You can bring up the heap adjuster. It's very simple, y'all. All you're going to do is take this heap adjuster ASI, make sure you got a buffer zone. If your file is like this, come on, get with it. Drag it out a little bit. Get this buffer zone right here. Now, before you do anything, let me tell you what not to do. Do not grab this file, drag it too far over to where it's highlighting these folders. Or definitely do not drag it to where it's highlighting any of these GTA 5. All right, that's why I always highly suggest you have this little buffer zone right here, okay? Because you can bring it anywhere right here and it will not highlight anything. If you go over too far, it'll highlight, and if you drop it in there, you're going to ruin shit, so don't do that. Right here, drag this heap adjuster, drop it in. Boom. Heap adjuster is installed. Okay, we can exit out of that window. Now let's go ahead and bring up the pack file. All right, bring that over here, and then if we hit the README, installation, simply drop it into your Grand Theft Auto folder. Same thing, y'all. You're going to hold your control key, you're going to select the INI, and you're going to select that right there, the ASI. All right, we're still in our main directory. This is where your mods folder, plugins, everything is right here. You got this buffer zone. Take these two files that you just highlighted, drag them, drop them. Pack file is now installed. Okay, we can exit out of that. Now, for now, we need to minimize our file explorer. Do not exit out of it, just minimize it, okay? Now we're going to fire up our OpenIV, okay? And click Windows. And mine is going to automatically open into edit mode, thanks to my boy Criminal Justice. If you want yours to do the same thing, folks, simply go to Tools, go to Options. Right here in the default work mode, yours might say Read Only. Click Edit, and then Close. That way, every time you open up your OpenIV, you will automatically be in edit mode. All right, so now we need to bring up our game config. WinRAR, right there, okay? Now, if we go to the README, it will tell you the exact pathway that we got to go. All right, so game config installation path. This is the pathway right here. All right, so you're going to want to click mods, update, update.rpf, common, and data, okay? Now, here's what I want you to do. We backed up our GTA folder in our file explorer, okay, in case we have to ever have to revert back to that. Now, let's go ahead and back up our game config, okay? Now that we're right here in our common data, all right, we're going to scroll down and you'll see right down here, gameconfig.xml. Up here on your desktop, create a new folder, okay, and type game config OG. Not okay, OG. So this is your original game config. Simply come into your OpenIV, grab this game config, drag it up to that folder, and drop it in there. So if anything happens, your game's crashing, you want to just go back to the way it was, all you got to do is follow this pathway again. As a matter of fact, go to Favorites, click Add to Favorites, and right here, I'm going to do it because I haven't done it. Just simply type in game config right there, and then click Add, right? Because that way, now if we come into OpenIV and we're right here at the front page of OpenIV, we can go to Favorites. We got that game config right there. We click it, boom. We're right here where the game config is. Then all you're going to do is you're going to open up this folder, and you're going to take this game config, and you're going to drop it in there, and your original game config will be back in your game. All right, so now that we got that backed up, we're going to sling her on over to our second monitor there for safekeeping. And we are now ready to install a modified game config, okay? So GTA config, double-click that file right there. GTA config, double-click that. Now, this is where things get a little weird, right? It will tell you right here, 0-time peds, 1-time traffic. Do not install the 5-time traffic, 5-time peds, okay? Because it is very, very heavy on the traffic. I mean, it makes Sandy Shores look like the city. It puts so many cars into your game. What I like to do is I like to go with the stock traffic, which means the GTA base. We can install this. This is still a modified game config, okay? So we're going to left click that and we're going to drag it right in here. And now I want to show you something. You see how this right here says compressed encrypted? Once we drop in this, I mean, pick any one you want. Any one here that you want will work. All right, I like to go with the stock. Once you grab this gameconfig.xml and drag it in, you will see this go from compressed encrypted to just compressed. All right, so let's go ahead and drop it in. Boom. You see the encrypted went away. That means it took, y'all. Okay, so we are all set with this WinRAR. We can exit out of that. Keep your OpenIV up though, okay? Go ahead and double click your mods folder over here in the left menu, okay? And now let's go ahead and finally bring up our police tape. I know it's a little lengthy, but there's mods that we have to put in for this to work. All right, so we're gonna do a DLC pack. So if we double click this, the DLC README, all right, it tells you copy the police tape folder into this right here. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so follow these pathways. Like CJ says, your pathway is your lifeline. All right, so here's the path. The first one we want to take. So we want to click mods, update, times 64, DLC packs. Okay, let's go ahead and click our WinRAR. Here's the police tape folder. Inside this should be a DLC.rpf. If we double click it, there's your DLC.rpf. You're simply going to take this police tape file folder, drag it right here where you can see all your MP heist, and you should see MP executive, all these right here, and you're going to simply drop it in. All right, it'll put it all the way down at the bottom, but if I go back and then forward, it will alphabetize it, and it should be just past the patch days. Yes, there's the police tape. Now you will see some like RCA and SUP and wheel variety. You might not have those. That's because those are other DLC packs that I have installed. All right, so now that we got that folder in, let's go ahead and bring that README back up. Now it's going to tell you that we have to install this item line in this location here. So let's do that. Double click your mods folder again in your OpenIV. All right, and we're going to go to mods, update, double click, update.rpf, common, data. Now this is the same place we were at for the game config, but right above game config, you'll see DLC list.xml. Right click it, edit. Okay, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and your last line here, if you've never installed anything like this, your last line is probably going to say patch day 24 ng. All right, so whatever your last line is, you're going to click just at the end of that item line there, so that your bar is blinking, your text bar is blinking just like that. You see that? And go ahead and hit enter. That will create a new blank line. All right, so now over here in the README, you see this item. You can see it looks just like these ones, except it says police tape, right? We are going to highlight this entire line right here, just like that. From the greater than sign all the way to the left hand sign. Everything you see highlighted there, you highlight. Right click, copy. Go back to this blank line right here and click it so that you got your text bar again. Right click, paste, and click save. Boom, done. Just like that, y'all. Just like that, we now have our police tape installed. Well, not quite yet. All right, so we're going to exit out of this README. Now, we can exit out of our OpenIV. So click edit mode. I like to go to file and close all archives and exit out of OpenIV. Keep this WinRAR up. Go to the back, hit back on that. So now this stuff has to go into your GTA folder. So bring your file explorer back up. Remember I said do not get rid of this. All right, so this is our GTA 5 main directory again, folks. The mods folder, plugins, scripts, everything right here. Now we want to double click in the WinRAR, double click that underscore GTA 5 folder. And all of these right here, we are going to install. You do need a Rage native. Okay, now I'm going to pull this in and see. let me pull this in and see. And you could do the same thing if you want. If you already have a Rage Native, pull it in and drop it. It's going to bring up this box right here. Put compare. All right, so you can see they were both dropped on the same date, so we're good. Okay, so I just don't want this to be an older version, and I overwrite a newer version, so that's why I double check them like that. Okay, so all right, we are in the GTA 5 folder in the police tape WinRAR. You see your plugins, Parks Tools, Rage Native. Highlight all of these files except for that top folder. We don't need that folder. Just these 5 files right here. Left click, drag them to this buffer zone. Do not drag them to where they're highlighting. Drag them right here and drop them. All right, it's going to say there are 2 files. Those are going to be your Rage Native if you already have them. Click replace. And we are good to go. So we can exit out of this police tape WinRAR now. We are finally done with that. I can hear my son upstairs playing with my dog. Okay, so now here's what we want to do. Double click your plugins folder and double click police tape. Okay, double click that. Exports, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what the... Oh, right here, police tape INI. I'm sorry, there we go. All right, so police tape INI. Double click that. Now, one thing that he did say is if it's having an issue loading up, right now, while we're in here, hit enter and just create a blank line up top there. You're just going to hit enter, then click save. All right, once you do that, now let's go ahead and look through our key bindings here. All right, so H when you're walking, that's the start tape key. So I'm going to write these down because, again, I've never installed this. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go. So the H key is going to start the tape. Okay. Our G key. Now, our G key. Left control and G. Okay. I was going to say because our G key opens up our stop the ped. But just to be on the safe side, I know we have that left control. So to start it, it's left shift and H. And to open up the menu is going to be left control. And let's move that to... We're going to move it to our F key. I don't know what F does, but we will find out. Put it to anything you want. If you don't have stop the ped, see, my stop the ped is set up to my G, which I think is by default. So I'm going to change that to F. Traffic behavior, force stop vehicles, true. We want that on true, or else why have the tape? Okay, do not change this unless you have modified the lengths of the tape. We're not going to change that. Barriers, I don't think I'm going to change anything in here. I think all I really want to know is what are the keybinds, okay? We can see the keybinds right here, and we got them, the H and the F. So we're going to go to File, click Save. We can exit out of this. Folks, we can exit out of our File Explorer. Now, here's one thing we want to do. Because it is a plugins, you want to go to your Rage, click it, and hold down your Shift key. All right, this is going to bring up your Rage menu. At least it should. Should be popping up any second. I don't know why it's taking. There we go. And it's white. It's only white because I changed my files and it does that. You're going to click plugins. And now we have... Oh, my plate randomizer wasn't on. Neither is my turn off that engine. Right here, you're going to see police tape. It's going to be unchecked. Simply just go to check all. And then load all plugins. And then save and launch. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the game. Alright, y'all, so here we are in the game, and let me start off by saying a couple of things. A, after you install this mod, and you install the game config and heap limit adjuster and pack file adjuster, restart your PC, okay? After you do this entire tutorial, after you install all 4 of these mods that we just installed, restart your PC. When you restart your PC and you launch Rage, make sure to hold in that Shift key. Make sure to select all of your plugins, save and launch. Now, when you come into the game, you're going to see a Lenny's mod loader menu come up. You are simply going to move over twice on your arrows. You're going to hit enter, and then you're going to scroll down and select the agree to the privacy policy terms. You're going to hit enter and check that box, and then you're going to scroll down and click save or agree and continue. Once you do that, it may change your character to Michael or to Franklin, or it might alter. Like with me, it took this character that I have, it changed him to Michael. And when I went into LSPDFR through this menu and loaded in my character, he came out really weird. So all I did was I quit my game and I restarted it, making sure to select the plugin again in my Rage. So there are some things that you have to do to get it to work. Now, once you go through that Lenny's mod loaner where you accept the terms and conditions, it will not pop up again. It will be in your game forever without popping that box up again. Okay? So, quick recap. When you're done installing these mods, restart your computer. Launch Rage, hold your shift key, select all the plugins, come into the game, select the agree and continue for his terms and conditions. Once you do that, quit your game, restart, making sure to select your plugins again through Rage, and you should be good. And you won't have to select your plugins in Rage anymore either. All right, it'll all be saved. So once you do all that, trust me, it's worth it. You might not have to do it. I had to do it. You might not have to. So, and again, if your game crashes and it continues to crash, I showed you how to back up your file, and I showed you how to replace that game config. Okay, so there's that. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Now, remember, I had the left shift H by default. That is left shift and H is the tape. So there we go. We got the tape in our hand, right? And now it is controller friendly. So check this out. If I hold my left trigger, it's like shooting a gun, right? And if I scroll up on my mouse, I can pick, or scroll up or down, I can pick different barriers. Let's go with this barrier here. Once you have it selected, holding the left trigger on your controller, or if you use your mouse, it'll tell you. Aim with your right, and you can scroll with your mouse again and select which one you want. We're going to go with this one, and you're going to left click to place it. Okay, now once you do that, you're going to see the line, right? And let's place one there. And now once you place it, you're going to want to click it again, right? So it's going to read it. See, if you don't, then it won't read it. So you have to click your last one that you placed and then click the new one for it to add the tape. It's definitely getting and then you hit left arrow to exit. Wait. Oh, backspace to exit out of it. So it's definitely going to take some getting used to, but it will stop vehicles within a certain radius. So if we have it placed right there, it looks like it stopped this vehicle from going. You can change that radius in the INI, okay? We can also change the textures of the tape, which maybe we'll do another video on that. But as for right now, let's really test this out, right? Let's go on over to the pier. And we want to go where there's a lot of people, right? And let's see if we can get this to work. Let's see. Come on. You know what? There's probably more people over here on Vinewood Boulevard. Jesus. Is it because it's late at night that it's not busy? This is crazy. Alright, so we got some... Okay, so people are starting to walk. Alright, so... Left shift H. I'm going to use my controller now. So just like shooting a gun, right? There it is right there. Now we can toggle continuous mode by hitting the I button. Is that the I? Right? So we're going to scroll and we're going to pick scroll down and we're going to pick this one. Right? So we're going to see where we want to put it and we're going to hold that. And that one.
She said what?
Press RT to spawn a barrier at the position you are aiming at for the tape to work. See that? So you have to click right there for it to... I don't know why it's changing that though, why it does that. Maybe it's because it's close to the building. Right, now we want to go here, and we want to select that. Click I and see if continuous mode works. Not sure why it's changing the barriers, the barrier type. But again, alright, so we just simply hit backspace to remove it. But again, I haven't played with it enough. So now we can hit left control and F. And that's going to bring up our menu. Now we could start placing tape this way. I would just do continuous mode. Right? I would do continuous mode. And this is where you can remove last place. Remove all. Boom. See that? Enable traffic control. You want to keep that on. And manage tape stands. So if we click that, I'm not sure what it does. So let's go to start placing. Now that we have continuous mode on, let's see. Place that. There we go. Yeah, so continuous mode is the way to go. See? All you got to do... Alright, so go into your menu and definitely hit continuous mode. Now, if you go too long... excuse me. If you go too long with the tape, it can droop through the ground. It can really, you know... become funky, you know what I mean? So just be careful on that. All right, so we're gonna hit backspace to stop it, and there you go. So it's gonna take some getting used to. Go in, excuse me, play with it. It doesn't, you know, my game didn't crash. I don't see any performance loss or anything like that. So I think it's a great mod that I am going to put into all of my files. Definitely going to put these all into my files. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did and you're new here, go ahead. See, she's not going to come this way because the tape is down. Now, if she comes this way, let's see. Yeah, see, they're just going to turn around and go. Right? Because the tape is down. So that's absolutely awesome. And you know what? Let's just see something. Let's see something. So again, put that continuous mode. Check that on. Believe me, it'll be a lifesaver. So if we start placing tape, right? And we put one here. We put one there. We're going to wait for these cars to drive by. We're going to block off this whole road with police tape. Alright, and you got one on the sidewalk. So we got the road blocked off right here. Let's see if it stops this truck. Oh, yep. Well, he's a police officer, so he's going to think he can. But as for AI, totally stops him. Look at that. Not that guy, though. He's... Oops. He's exempt, I guess. So, once you're done, you know, crime scene's done. Left control F. The F is to get in the car key. So, there you go. You made it, buddy. You're simply just going to go down and remove all police tape. And there you go. Traffic will now resume. So, it's really awesome. Really, really awesome. I highly suggest you all put this in your game. Like I was saying, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell so you know when new content's added. And don't forget to put a like on this video so more people can enjoy it. Love you all so, so much. Until next time, be safe, be healthy, be positive. Follow the rules and obey the law. Your boy, Jeffrey Gamer, is out. Later, y'all.